Learn English through story. The Unseen Chain. In a bustling city where skyscrapers pierced the sky, there lived a man named James, a successful executive in a large corporation. He was known for his relentless ambition and tireless work ethic. Day in and day out, James poured every ounce of his energy into climbing the corporate ladder. His office was a shrine to productivity, cluttered with reports and accolades that marked his achievements. Yet, despite his success, James felt an emptiness that gnawed at him. He often found himself staring out the window at the bustling streets below, feeling disconnected from the world outside. The city thrived with life, people rushing to work, families enjoying their evenings, and children playing in the parks. But James was trapped in a cycle of endless meetings and deadlines. One fateful afternoon, as he was rushing to yet another meeting, James collided with an elderly man sitting on a bench near the entrance of his office building. The man, with a twinkle in his eye and a warm smile, held a small sign that read, "We'll share a story for kindness." Annoyed and late, James barely glanced at him and muttered, "I don't have time for this," as he hurried past. But as he walked away, a nagging curiosity tugged at him. What story could an old man have that would be worth his time? That night, after yet another late work session, James returned home feeling particularly weary. He poured himself a drink and sat down to unwind. As he flipped through the channels on his television, his thoughts drifted back to the old man and his sign. Something about him lingered in James's mind, a flicker of something he couldn't quite grasp. The next day, driven by an impulse he didn't fully understand, James returned to the bench where he had encountered the man. To his surprise, the elderly man was still there, seemingly waiting for him. "Ah, there you are!" the man exclaimed with genuine delight. "I was beginning to think you had forgotten about me." James chuckled, slightly embarrassed. "I'm sorry about yesterday, I was in a hurry." "What's your story?" The man's eyes sparkled as he began to speak. "My name is Walter. I've spent my life observing the world around me. I've seen the joy and pain of humanity, the bonds that connect us all. And I believe that every person has a chain that links them to others, whether they know it or not." James raised an eyebrow, intrigued despite himself. "A chain? What do you mean?" Walter gestured toward the busy street. "Look around you. Every person you see is connected to someone else. We all play a role in each other's lives. Sometimes, we're the anchors, and other times, we're the links. It's easy to forget, especially in a city like this, where everyone is so focused on their own journey." James considered this, reflecting on how he often rushed through life, oblivious to the connections that surrounded him. "But what does it matter? We're all just trying to survive." Walter smiled gently. "Ah, but that's where you're wrong. Life is about more than just survival, it's about connection and compassion. When we recognize our chains, we can lift each other up." Kindness, after all, is what strengthens those links. James felt something shift within him. He had spent so long focused on his own success that he had neglected the world around him. "So, what do I do with this knowledge?" he asked. "Start small," Walter advised. "Practice kindness in your everyday life. Reach out to someone, offer help, share a smile. You'll see how it creates a ripple effect. The more you connect with others, the more fulfilled you'll feel." Inspired, James decided to take Walter's words to heart. The following day, he made a conscious effort to connect with the people around him. He began by helping a colleague who was struggling with a project, taking time to listen to her concerns and offering his expertise. To his surprise, The simple act of kindness transformed the atmosphere in the office. His colleague felt supported and motivated, and in turn, she began to assist others. James noticed that the mood around the office lightened, as people started collaborating rather than competing. Encouraged by this change, James continued to seek opportunities to connect with others. He volunteered at a local shelter on weekends, helping those in need and listening to their stories. With each act of kindness, he felt a sense of fulfillment he had never experienced before. As weeks turned into months, James became known not just for his work achievements but also for his compassionate nature. The chain of kindness he initiated grew longer, linking him to others in the community. He forged friendships with colleagues and made meaningful connections with strangers, all of whom enriched his life. Then, one afternoon, as he walked through the park, he spotted Walter sitting on the same bench where they had first met. He approached the old man with a smile. "Walter, I've been practicing kindness, just like you suggested. It's changed my life." Walter beamed. "I knew it would." "Tell me about it." James shared his journey of transformation, the friendships he had built, and the joy he found in helping others. As he spoke, Walter listened intently, nodding in approval. When James finished, Walter leaned back and said, "You see, my friend, this is the power of connection. You've strengthened your chain and, in doing so, created a network of support that extends far beyond yourself. Remember, kindness is like a boomerang, it always comes back to you." Feeling a rush of gratitude, James realized that he had indeed created something beautiful. He had forged connections that had not only uplifted others but had also enriched his own life in ways he never imagined possible. As they spoke, James noticed a young woman walking by with a frown on her face. Without thinking, he reached out and smiled at her. "Hello, I hope you're having a good day." She paused, surprised by the unexpected kindness. Her expression softened, and a small smile crept onto her lips. "Thank you. I really needed that today." Watching the interaction, Walter nodded approvingly. "See how simple it is? You've just added another link to your chain." As the sun began to set, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, James understood the profound truth Walter had shared. Life was not just about ambition and success, it was about the connections we forged and the kindness we extended to one another. In that moment, he made a silent vow to continue nurturing those links, to embrace the unseen chain that bound him to the world. As he walked away from the bench, James felt a sense of purpose guiding him, knowing that in every act of kindness, he was not only changing lives but also enriching his own. And so, in a bustling city filled with individuals rushing through their lives, James discovered the power of connection, creating a legacy of kindness that would ripple through the lives of many. The chain he forged would continue to grow, linking him to others in a tapestry of compassion, reminding him that every person he encountered was a part of his story. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you enjoyed, then please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.